When most people think Rottweiler, they picture a hulking, black and tan powerhouse staring them down. They see power, muscle, and a glare that can stop a stranger mid-step. To many, that's all the Rottweiler is, an intimidating presence, a warning sign on four legs. But that's only the surface, and if you judge this breed by looks alone, you'll miss the truth entirely. Because the Rottweiler's real story is far more layered, more fascinating, and more human than most owners, or critics, ever realize. It's a story of ancient purpose, complex instincts, and a bond so deep it can either elevate your life, or test it to its breaking point. The breed's history doesn't begin in someone's suburban backyard. It starts in the Roman Empire, with dogs working alongside soldiers to drive cattle, guard supplies, and protect entire moving encampments. These weren't pampered pets, they were survival partners. Dogs trusted to make split-second decisions that could mean life or death for their handlers. That DNA never disappeared. It's still alive in every Rottweiler today, whether they're guarding livestock, walking down a city street, or snoring at your feet after dinner. And here's where the misunderstanding begins. People see that thick neck, that confident stance, and they assume aggression. They think the dog is spoiling for a fight. In truth, a stable Rottweiler is one of the calmest, most deliberate dogs you'll ever meet. They don't waste energy on meaningless displays, they act when there's a reason. That's not dangerous. That's purpose. And in the right hands, that purpose becomes one of the most reassuring qualities you can ever have in a companion. But the flip side? That same purpose can cause problems in the wrong hands. If you don't lead them, they will lead themselves, and their judgment won't always match yours. Imagine a stranger stepping onto your property without knocking. You know they're here to read the meter, but your Rottweiler doesn't. To them, it's a breach, and a breach demands action. If you haven't built instant recall into their training, you'll be reacting after they've already decided what to do. That's where owners get caught off guard, and that's when the headlines write themselves. I've seen both ends of the spectrum. One client had a Rottweiler that could walk calmly through a crowded farmer's market, greeting strangers politely, tail loose and relaxed. The same dog could switch instantly into guardian mode when a drunk man aggressively approached the owner in a parking lot. Another client? His Rottweiler barked at every passerby, lunged at delivery drivers, and paced the fence line like a coiled spring. That dog wasn't protective, it was anxious, under-socialized, and untrained. Same breed. Same potential. Two completely different realities. The difference is leadership, boundaries, and mental stimulation. This breed is a working dog. If you don't give them a job, they'll invent one, and you probably won't like the results. That's why tools matter. A tactical harness, Amazon link, https://amazon.to/4lq/fm, isn't just gear, it's a direct connection to your dog's movements in public. A quality e-collar is a lifeline when distance or noise makes your voice useless. And puzzle toys, scent games, and advanced obedience drills aren't optional fun. They're how you keep a Rottweiler's mind sharp and satisfied, reducing the urge to self-assign tasks like patrolling the living room furniture. Here's the twist, most of a Rottweiler's true work happens silently. We imagine protection as barking, growling, and lunging. But the most effective deterrent they have is calm, controlled stillness. I've watched a Rottweiler stand in a doorway, eyes locked on a stranger, body relaxed but unyielding. The stranger took one look, mumbled something, and walked away. No noise. No drama. Just presence. That presence is why they're trusted worldwide as guardians. But it's also why they can be misunderstood by people who don't read dogs well. A Rottweiler that freezes, stares, and waits is thinking. And when they decide, they move with speed that shocks even seasoned dog people. Which is why control is non-negotiable. By the time you see obvious signs, it's already too late to start giving commands. Let's talk about families. Many people think a Rottweiler is too dangerous for kids. Yet some of the gentlest, most patient dogs I've seen have been Rottweilers raised with toddlers. They were taught from day one that kids are part of the protected flock. They learned boundaries, respect, and self-control. And the owners never forgot the breed's power, supervision was constant, training was consistent. The result? A dog that would let a 2-year-old lean against its side. And still scan the room for anything out of place. Now, take that same breed and put it in a home where the owner assumes love is enough. No rules, no structure, no clear job. You've just built a dog that makes its own rules, and that never ends well. Rottweilers don't thrive in chaos. They thrive under confident, calm, consistent guidance. Without it, their strength and intelligence turn inward, creating restlessness or overprotectiveness. That's not the dog's fault, it's the environment. And if you create the wrong one, you'll feed into every myth people already believe about the breed. I've worked cases in rural areas where Rottweilers patrolled wide open land. Out there, the challenge wasn't overreacting to strangers, it was knowing the difference between a coyote, a neighbor's dog, and a deer at the fence line. In urban environments, the challenge shifts. The dog needs to ignore the endless stream of people, vehicles, and noise, and save their focus for real threats. Both require the same skill, discernment. And discernment is taught, it doesn't just happen. You shape it through exposure, correction, and reward. Without that, the dog treats everything as a potential threat. That's the real story. The Rottweiler isn't a blunt instrument. It's a scalpel. In the right hands, precise and controlled. In the wrong hands, reckless and dangerous. They aren't just guard dogs, or family dogs, or working dogs, they're all of it, wrapped in one powerful, loyal, thinking animal. And that means the responsibility on you, the owner, is heavier than most people realize. If you put in the time, respect their nature, and lead with clarity, they'll give you a level of loyalty and security you can't buy. If you don't, they'll still try to protect you. But in ways that could cost you more than you bargained for. So the next time you see a Rottweiler, remember, what you're looking at isn't just muscle and presence. You're looking at centuries of purpose, wrapped in a coat and a stare that can read you better than most humans can. And if you're lucky enough to earn their trust, you'll see why those of us who understand the breed wouldn't trade them for anything in the world.